Good morning, my large white farm dogs. How are you guys doing? Look at Toby, he's looking so good. Abby though, she's looking a little bit muddier. So yesterday, Toby dog went to the groomer and he got dressed up all nice and pretty. All right, Toby dog, let's go. Aw, here, have a treat. Saying hi to Elliot? Gonna show yourself off to Abby and show you how good you look? Doesn't he look so pretty? Oh, you missed that farm water, huh, kid? Good to see you guys. Toby, good to see you. You're already getting a little dirty, but you're still looking really good. Don't worry, Abby dog. You're gonna go to the groomer next week, so don't sweat it. You will get your chance too. I will admit, I'm very excited to be able to use my brand new watering system. This makes my life so much easier. Get some water to the cattle and check on them. So I'm hoping that we have another calf born today, because when I checked on things at around 10 o'clock last night before I went to bed, Ariel, who's probably my favorite cow, seemed quite like she's ready to drop, and oh yes, yes she did. Oh, look at that little calf. Hey, sweetie. Oh, would you look at that? Whoa, Ariel's eating the afterbirth even. Oh, you're chilly. Don't worry, your mama's gonna get you dried off. She's a good mama. That calf right there can't be more than, I don't know, 2 hours old? What do you think, baby B? How old is that little calf? Oh, you want the attention? Oh, look at that. It's amazing. You keep chowing down there, mama. You're gonna need those nutrients. You know, this is one of the few times that my grass-fed cattle get anything other than grass, and usually they don't ever do this. This is actually the first time I've ever caught it happen where the mama's eating the afterbirth. So we got ourselves a little heifer calf, so it's a little girl. So that means she needs to get a B name. We'll have to think of that, and if you guys have suggestions for the B name, drop them down in the comments. Oh, look at those little kicks. She looks like she's a nice brindle color. She's probably gonna be similar to her mama, where it's not just a uniform color. Probably a little darker because her father's Macho Man. So Belinda Carlisle here was the first ever calf we had born on the farm. Baby B was the 5th calf we had born on the farm. And this little girl right here, she is the 7th calf that we've had born on our farm. We gotta come up with a B name, because the way it works is the moms who are first generation get A names. So we got Ariel, and we got Anna Green Gables, and Audrey. And the second generation, like Belinda Carlisle and Baby B, get B names. So this little one needs to get a B name. You're going to town on that brush there, huh, girl? She's not your mama. That's not the one you're going to get milk from. This is Anne. She actually just recently had a calf. Audrey is still pregnant, and if I had to put money on it, I'm going to guess that she's the next one to drop a calf. It's either going to be Audrey or Annabelle over here, and based on the way Annabelle's standing right now, she might be the next to go. Hi, baby B. I'm going to give you a treat. Even though it's really muddy right now, we keep having rains overnight. It's super muddy over here, but it's really good to see moms in action. So between the weight of the hoofs of the cattle and all the rain, it's a little bit chaotic to walk over here. But I'll probably put the cattle out to pasture sooner than I typically do, because we have had such an early springtime relative to what usually happens around here. Hey, Elliot. Oh, you don't want to say hi to me? Elliot's still a little bit shy. Not too bad though. He's definitely an energetic little fella. Now, one thing it's really important to note for everybody out there who might be wondering, why am I not just grabbing Ariel's baby and holding it tight and hugging her? And the answer to that question is that a Scottish Highland mom cow can be quite protective of her calf. And even though Ariel's very familiar with me, she lets me brush her, I've milked her before in the past, in these first few hours of motherhood, I'm going to avoid trying to get too close to the baby, because I want mama and baby to bond and for them to really connect. But then the other thing I really want is I want to make sure she doesn't feel threatened by me, because over time I'm going to definitely work with the calf, much like I've worked with baby B, to get that calf to be a really good, well-behaved animal. Here you go. Here you go. But that takes time and patience, and you shouldn't rush right into it. For those wondering in the comments of, just grab the baby and start brushing it immediately. Like, actually, I don't think that that's the best approach. Here you go, Annie. Anne does not like to take treats from my hand. She only lets me drop them on the ground. Now right here we have a family portrait. We have Ariel, Bonnie McMurray, who's her older daughter from 2 years ago, and we have the new little baby. Bonnie and the new baby are half siblings. Don't worry, Mama, I mean you no harm. I offer you only treats. You know me. I'm really proud of the work you did here, Ariel. I'm really, really proud. Good girl. So I'm pretty sure that when I came out here the other day, and when we saw that
our little buddy Elliot Smith was born. I'm pretty sure that was probably about 4 or 5 hours before I actually came outside. If I had to guess, I'm pretty sure this little one was born, I don't know, within an hour or two of me coming out here.
Like, because it seems much weaker, it's wetter, all of those things would suggest to me that this is, yeah, less than an hour or two old. Okay, baby B, you and I better watch it or else Mama's gonna get mad. Looks okay back there. Everything seems to have gone naturally and in good order, which is always a promising sign as well. I'm not gonna disturb you right now, Mama. I'm gonna let you spend some more time with your baby. Oh, look, somebody just climbed up my shoulder. What do you think about all this, Ginny Barn Cat? This is pretty exciting, isn't it? So much new life. Be careful. I don't want you to get flattened by a cow. They see you as a threat. I know that for certain, so just be careful, girl. This might be one of the internet's most famous cat buttholes. The one thing I want to see before I leave here to go do the other chores is make sure she gets some drinks out of her. So it's really important in those first few hours for that calf to get colostrum and both bond with the mom, relieve the mom, and also get some much needed nutrition. And so just kind of watching to see that that happens. Ginny, I warned you. Ariel is not looking pleased by your presence. Oh no. Oh, camera into the cow turds. Ugh. Nothing's broken, but I'm gonna have to clean that. Anna Green Gables just gave it a nudge. Oh, here, baby B. I'll give you some brushing. You're my sweetheart. Yes, you are. Here we have the second squad of cattle over here. Those are our 3 Charolais cows who kind of fit into the main herd, but they also like to kind of keep separate and do their own thing. They're definitely more shy around me. I'm pretty sure that the 2 adult cows are actually going to calf later this spring, but probably actually more likely to happen early summer. Aw, baby B's demanding more brushing. Oh, okay. There's just so much energy right now. I don't know. I hope I'm not too ADHD for you guys this morning because, I don't know, I'm just always very excited. You know, these are special days on the farm, and so I'm just kind of soaking it up right now. Okay, Toby dog, I know, we got more chores we gotta do. Have a cigar. Here, Abby, you can have one too. I'm just very excited about all of this. Looks like the ducks are out again. So in case you're wondering, the ducks have figured out how to escape the hoop coop. And then it looks like even Captain Janeway, AKA Runaway Red, is out and loose too. I'm not too concerned about this situation. They're gonna all go out to pasture, I don't know, probably in about 2 or 3 weeks anyway, so it's no big deal. All right, Abs, let's go greet your birds. Come on, Tobes, we're gonna say hi to your birds. Let's go, inside. Morning, birds. I almost feel a little silly saying this, but release the Kraken! Yeah, baby, the whole Kraken is pretty much outside at this point. You know, when I was thinking about things I wanted to show you guys in today's video, this was actually the thing I came out that I was most excited to talk about. But compared to Ariel's new development, I don't know, this doesn't feel all that interesting. But I still wanted to show you guys anyway. You see, I've rigged up these hoses so that I can pretty much fill all of the buckets all at once with one quick connection. So this is an entirely temporary setup here. I will only use it for probably about a couple more weeks, like I said, until the birds go out to pasture. But I'll use a version of it with them when I go bring them out to pasture and have to water them every day. And then for next winter, I'll probably develop a version of it as well. One of the biggest differences in this system than what I've done in the past is I've traditionally used garden hoses to set up my water lines, but instead I'm actually using the black plastic piping that Alfred and I ran underground. It's what I use to run the water out into the pasture, and that rigidity actually let me set it up in a way that I could get them all perfectly balanced so that they fill up each of these water buckets at pretty much the exact same rate. That plus leakage were like the 2 big things I was dealing with when I've tried to do this before in the past, and so I'm very excited about this new development. How are things looking there, Abby? Any signs of danger? I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Abby's gotten so much better at just sort of patrolling and paying attention to the world around her. Even as recently as like 6 months ago, she wasn't really caring about like what's going on over in the woods. But these days, she always seems to have her head up, looking around out there. You still got some work to do, girl, but I'm really proud of you. Yes, I am. Don't let Bruce the Goose intimidate you, but that was really good. You didn't try to start conflict, you tried to avoid it. That's what you do. Good girl. So our spring pond situation continues to actually work pretty darn well, and I'm very pleased with what's going on over here. But there's actually some new developments going on in the actual pond that I will show you guys in a couple of minutes. But first, I need to collect some eggs. All right, let's see what we got for eggs this morning. How are you doing in there, Madam Science Project? I'm not bothering her. All right, Abs, where's the rest of the eggs? Did that Rhode Island Red just drop one in here? Oh, we got a full house right now. This girl's trying to go broody again. She's going to attack my hands, and there's nothing I can do about it. Just gotta pick her up and take her off. Get out. Come on. Come on, girl. Ow! Stop. You gotta stop going broody like that, lady. I'm gonna keep kicking you out. Enough of her jibber jabber. I don't know how bunnies and baby chicks became the symbol for Easter and Easter egg hunts, when clearly the inventor of the Easter egg hunt was the duck. This girl's still mad at me. She's walking around yelling at me. Uh-oh, Abby, be careful. We got a situation here. Excuse me, Mama Goose. I need you up. Ooh, that's a good goose egg. I want that one. Thank you. We'll take that. Another one. All right. While it's been an eventful morning, it's also been a little bit chaotic. And so I think you guys could use a little bit of zen. Rise and grind, weirdos. So no new information on my friend Templeton the rat. I'm starting to develop a new theory about what happened to him because it's been, I don't know, 2 weeks or so, and I haven't really seen him on any of the video cameras, and I haven't seen any evidence of him being around. And I can trace it back to this one specific moment when he actually got caught in a trap and he escaped. And so I'm not quite sure if that was enough to send him packing or if he was maybe injured and then later died from his injuries. But either way you look at it, I'm gonna really go on the record to say that I think he's gone. Or at the very least, I just hope he's gone. What do you think, Tobes Pierre? Do you think he's gone? I think he's gone. So one of the projects I'm gonna have to tackle pretty soon is kind of cleaning up this stuff. I'm still not wanting to actually reassemble the panels I had for my old watering station, because I'm gonna change some things up and do it a little bit differently. I'm trying to make things on the farm just look a little bit better these days, so we'll see what happens. The other thing I wanna do is I wanna spread this old hay out in this area here, and then I'll start to drop down grass seed so that this can be actually grazing area for my youngest goslings. So the way it'll work is when the goslings hatch, they'll spend the first few days in the house where the weird chickens are living, and then I will start to, like, when they get to be about 2 weeks old, let them start to free range around here, and giving them access to this lawn is gonna be a lot of fun and definitely a positive. But the idea that I want to open this up has me thinking I might actually put some more fencing in here so that it creates like a little bit more yards and paddocks that they can wander around. I'm still trying to figure out my plan on this one, but I've got some ideas. If anybody has suggestions, definitely leave them down in the comments, because a lot of times you guys are pointing out things that I am not often thinking about or seeing, and so it's very helpful to have that second set of eyes. So thank you guys. Probably gonna need to get the tractor out to spread this, so I'll do that later this morning. These hay bales are 2 years old, and I've been just letting them rot and decompose. I'll spread them and they'll make the perfect mulch. All right, let's check in with the proud papa. Hey, Macho Man, come here. I'm really happy with what you did there. You're now batting 2 for 2, so you deserve a treat. What's going on there, Uncle Joey? I'll give you a treat too. How about that? Now cut it out. Now, a lot of folks were trying to tell me that Macho Man was too young of a bull to be able to produce offspring because he got set out with the ladies at 11 months old. But so far, we've got 2 good calves out of him, and I expect a couple of more. And so I am very pleased with what Macho Man has done so far. And he's just been an outstanding bull, and he's produced a couple of good calves already. Plus, he's been super easy to work with. And so in about late June, I'm gonna turn him out with the ladies again, and we'll start the cycle all over. As I've said before, I'm probably gonna separate him from Joey Ramone. Joey Ramone's a steer, and so because he's a steer and he can't breed with anybody, I might actually put him with Baby B and Alice B. Tokeless down in this lower pasture. You know, what I'm finding with Joey Ramone is a couple of things. Number one, he is not like aggressive, but he gets very jealous anytime I try to interact with Macho Man. Like whenever I go in there to brush him, he always charges at Macho Man, and I really don't like that because that feels very, very dangerous to me. I don't think Macho Man or Joey would hurt me individually, but the two of them, when they butt heads, I worry about me being collateral damage, and so that's why I'm very cautious about going in there at certain times. And even when I do halter training now with Macho Man, I'm taking him outside and I'm just having him walk around the farm because I feel like that's much, much safer than to try to do it in there with the two of them butting heads. The other thing with Joey Ramone is he's not getting as big as quickly as I hoped, and so while I was planning on actually sending him to freezer camp this fall, I might actually push it off a little bit just to give him a chance to add more weight, but we'll see how he does this summer before I make the final decision there. Can I give your baby a little bit of brushing while I give you a treat? How about that? Yeah. Oh, good little girl. Yeah. I didn't think I was going to get this opportunity this morning, but here we are. Because Ariel is my friendliest cow, but I have high hopes for this calf because it is the offspring of both Macho Man and Ariel. I feel like it gives me the best chance of having a very, very friendly animal on my hands. And you're such a good mama. And this is such a bad shot and angle. I'm sorry, guys. Have some more. You deserve all the good things right now, girl. I'm very impressed with what she's done here. Oh, hi, Ginny. Come back to say hello again. Ginny was like, I don't want to be on the business end of those horns. Now, probably tomorrow, I will separate the two of them out and just do a little quick checkup with the calf. I've got a couple vaccines I want to drop, and yeah, just make sure everybody's doing okay. But again, in that first 24 hours, the advice I've received is to not interrupt them, and so I'm actually sticking exactly with that. You know, I'm sure there's gonna be some folks who are gonna be critical of the fact that I let Ariel eat the placenta, but to be honest, there's a lot of debate on that one. Some folks will say they don't want their cattle doing it because there's just disease risk and it can create problems. Other people say, no, it's great, it's the best possible nutrition for them. I've had several farmers who've been doing this like, 30 plus years, and they're the ones who are always telling me, oh, no, it's fine. They've never actually had a problem, so the odds of something bad happening are relatively low. And so the attitude I've taken is if they eat the placenta, fine. If they don't, also fine. Just kind of whatever the animal chooses to do, I let them do it. Yes, Mama, I'm talking about you. Here, Ariel, you want one more? There you go, girl. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you're curious about our last calf, you can watch this video or check out something else. And I'll be back soon with some more updates.